Hello everybody, my name's Alex with Dual Acre Homestead, and today it has snowed. A little bit of snow for the first time of the year, and what am I doing instead? I am redoing the insulation on my back wall because I realized before the permanent roof went up, there's a lot of water getting on the back, so then it was leaking down. So I ripped out most of the insulation back there. I still have some over there I gotta rip out, but I realized that there's a lot more gaps in the back wall you can see right here. So mice are getting in, and as a result, mice are getting in behind the poly. So this is all gonna get taken off on the back wall. So today I'm gonna just put the puck board up. I've got my supervisors yelling at me. This is one of my new girls. And today, puck board will go up there. The bottom will get cleaned. And then after that, that back wall will get taken off and insulation put in and plywood put on the back. All my supervisors are here to watch. Hopefully they don't scream the whole time. I've got my puck board. I've got these little tiny with a white end just to make it look a little nice and cleaner. And then I've got my drill. Screw it right in. See how it goes. Actually, I'm realizing my studs don't line up with my rafters, so I have to mark where I'm screwing in. And hopefully I've got a marker out here, but I don't know if I do. No. I do not have a marker here, but I work full time and I am on my lunch break. And I've only got like 10 minutes left to do this before I gotta go. And when I'm done work, daylight savings is over, which means it will be dark. And all the chickens will be in here and they don't want me pushing around. But we'll see what we can get done today, and tomorrow is my day off, so I'll be able to do some more. So to mark it, I think I'm just going to use these white screws and put it on this top beam so I know where it is, instead of running back and grabbing a marker. Okay, now that I've got these tiny little screws, you probably can't see it. I'm just going to screw these in. Maybe I should have just grabbed a marker, because now I have to take one of these screws out. Maybe two, because it's too low. This is the opposite of my motto of work smarter, not harder. This is not smarter. A marker would be smarter. Checking on my piece outside, the puck board goes halfway, and then the wood is halfway. So it might be enough. It's not like anybody's pulling on it. This isn't a hockey arena. Just a backboard to make it easier to clean my chicken coop. Okay, I'll have to do this tomorrow because these are not long enough, unfortunately. They pull out too easy. So either I could go get my regular screws and just have some deck screws, which are quite a bit longer, or I'm not a construction expert. I don't know if these will cause anything. I can always paint over the top if I'm worried about cosmetics. But I think I might have to change to this size, which is fine. I've got enough of them. It's not the end of the world. Again, the chickens don't care what it looks like. I might a little, even though it's a disaster right now. This is one of my new girls. She's been quite the needy little girl. She unfortunately lost her sister to a cat the other day. The cat has been taken to a safe place. I don't like predators on here. I'm aware there are predators, but nothing I can do about that other than keep the coop as safe as possible. Unfortunately, a really starving little kitty got in before I checked them for the night. So it is what it is. The cat is at a rescue. It's fed, it's healthy, and I am just down one girl, unfortunately. So she's a little sad, a little needy, because all she wants to do is follow me around And these are some of my new girls over there. I hatched those two this year. They're really cute. They got puffy little faces. My chickens. They are refusing to come outside today because it is once again snowing. They usually just go and run to their ponds. But this is the first time they've seen snow. Some of the other girls are turning around. They know what this is. But these ones are new. They don't know what this is. Off they go. Okay, I'm going to get these. They have water in here. So what I've got in their run is I've got a tarp over top. I already got snow leaning on it, so I'm not too worried that it's not as waterproof as last year, because it was used underneath our pool in the summer. Because of course water's not gonna be dripping down when it's snowing, so it's just gonna stick on top. When it gets too heavy, I'll have to knock it off. But so far what I'm liking, girls, so far what I'm liking is I have a deeper water dish this year in a old car tire stuffed with straw, and so far I haven't found any ice in it at all. There's no ice buildup at all on that. It is completely water, whereas the leftover in the bucket is ice, which I'll have to thaw and refill. But yeah, cheap hack. You don't have power to your coop, I highly suggest this. It's great. I still have the bucket water out, but it is what it is. My fault for not running irrigation in the summer. So I'm gonna get these girls fed because they are needy and they want more of their favorite, which is their textured layer feed. And they pick out the corn out of it and all the good stuff first. Okay, they're all here, they're distracted. Today's goal is cleaning the coop and hopefully trying to get that buckboard on. I've got my PPE, so I am protecting my lungs. I've got a bucket over here where I put all the feed bags, full of feed bags. What am I doing with the feed bags? Garbage. Use them as garbage bags for stuff lying around. I'm stuck. That is so funny. Hi, duckies! So yeah, I'll find a spot to set you up. I do have mics that I bought. I'll set one up so you can hear me a little better. And hopefully that will cut out all the background noise, so we don't have as much squawking. It's fairly dark in here. Open this door up. Maybe I should clean the floor first so I can open up the door wider. But yeah, let's see if we can get this puckboard on. First, we gotta clean up this mess, get that dealt with. So I'm not reaching over all of it. And that's what the PP is for. Let's get going. Okay, I'm gonna go take the wheelbarrow, empty it first. This is Tater. It's one of my year 2 girls. One of my first hatches last year. I'm gonna get the wheelbarrow. I've got my marker this time for the puckboard. And I'll be right back. Let's get going. Okay. I got the wheelbarrow emptied. I got my PPE. I got some gloves. Get this cleaned up. The third roosting bar is under here too. I gotta clean up so I can put back up.
like a pinky purple. It's covered in poo. I don't see any cracks or anything on it, which is good. Means it can be eaten by us.
Okay, I got most of that cleaned up. Let's work on this puckboard. You can't go in the same box. There's already someone in that one. Choose a different one. We've got Bunny in that one, Tater in that one, and one of the new girls. Really wanting to go in those two boxes. Pick a different one. She's not broody. She just doesn't want to be touched. This is Tater. She gets a little angry if you try to touch her. Well, not angry, but she will scream at you. And then my Rooster Rex will come in asking why I'm messing with the girls. I'll put you back over here. We'll mark this up. And I don't know if I brought the screws over. I think I've got a couple. To get it secured. And then I gotta get more. But I gotta pull all the white screws out of there first. And mark it. All these white screws in my pocket away. I just had my marker and I lost it. She picked the middle box, so she's not trying to fit in with a different girl. Yay. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. Got that marker in my pocket. Know where it is? I kind of want to crawl up there because I'm too short to like reach it comfortably without moving the step stool back and forth. I'm gonna get some feed bags, put them down so I don't have to. So I can do that. Okay. Okay, everybody, this is day 3. Unfortunately, I don't have as much daytime. I didn't get as much done on Friday. My battery did die the other day. I did at least get the back wall on. So the back wall is on, screwed attached. I haven't cut this other piece over here yet. So today I'm going to get the piece I do have cut, which is the bottom. Well, at least the bottom for the same length. It'll stop about here. But let's get the bottom done. I gotta clean this again. And yeah, let's see how far we can get. I've got about 50 minutes before I have to go back to work. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get the bottom done clean. And then the section that isn't covered, then I can at least put down. I've got a little bit of wood ash, so I'm going to put some ash under this. I'll sweep it up after I've got all the poop up and see how good I can clean it. It's not the end of the world. As long as I get most of it, then it should be okay. The only problem I do have is that it is lower on this side. I didn't make it perfectly. It's not a perfect build. It's mostly level. It does have linoleum on it, but I'm finding that even with the shovel, the linoleum can rip. So it's switching to puckboards to make it nice and easy, flush, like a big white box. Yeah, so we'll see how far we can get. Okay, decided this is too muddy anyways. And because it doesn't go all the way through, I'm gonna just take off this linoleum because there's probably, I don't know if there's moisture under there. Because it doesn't, the linoleum was like the excess. I've got this linoleum on the floor, although you can't see it. And this was just the excess scrap, so it doesn't go completely from front to back on this shelf. So I think I'm just gonna put my gloves on, rip it up. I'm pretty sure I just used staples for it. I don't think I used screws for it. But I should be able to rip this up. Okay, I'm also going to take off this front trim here because it's going to be in the way. Okay, so I've got all that trim up. It doesn't look like there's any moisture on the boards. There's nothing under them anyways other than down there, so if any water did get under there, it would have went down. Okay, the problem is this one is lower. I think this is a thicker plywood than this one. And then same with this one. It's lower or it's just bending. There might not be the support there. So yeah, let's finish getting this roll off and then sweep this up and bring the puckboard in. I'm using slightly longer screws today because I need to go through the puckboard, a piece of plywood, and then into the 2x4. My supervisor's here again. This is one of my new girls. I haven't named her yet. Isn't she so cute? I've got two that look like this. She's very needy. I think she misses her sister. She lost her sister already. But her other sister, however, just walks in the door. She's coming to see what's going on. Do you want to go sit in a nest box? Shoulder it is. None of my other chickens just stay up on my shoulder, but you're being such a good girl. Maybe I'll name her Parrot or Polly. Maybe I should name her Polly. Hey, you like Polly? Yeah. What? Do you want down? Oh, don't bite my face. Okay. Now I am also having the realization, because I don't think things through, I just do them. That maybe, because I'm going to put sand here, because this is going to be too slippery for them when it gets bucky, that maybe I should just use longer screws and then put my trim at the front with the longest screws to hold both the trim and the puckboard, but whatever. There's a bigger gap at the back than I thought there was. But I think it's the edge of the puckboard down over here. I don't think the wall is that far out or my cut's that far out. I'm just gonna try to get that side in. I'll have a hammer over here, but... Hi. You can get down anytime you want. You can. Yeah, that might be it. Sweetie. It fits perfectly now. There isn't much of an overhang. Now I got some buckboard down. So I just need a trim, bring some sand in, put something down to cover the ground over here so I don't have to clean it again. That's on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to silicone around it anyway, so if there is a leak, I'll be able to see it because the water will be up here instead of down below. But yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's a bit more wet than I expected, so I take all the really wet stuff off. Okay, that should be good for now. Got the sand spread out the best I can. It'll be good enough for now, then at least when they poop, I can clean it up easier. It won't stick and dry right to the puckboard. At least that's the plan. I will have to vacuum up the edges before I silicone in, but that's a future me problem. I just wanted to show you real quick. It's like 7 degrees outside. The snow is almost melted, and these ducks are having the time of their lives. Hello everybody, it is bedtime and I've come to check my duckies. They got a little darker today, faster than normal. And it's not just the duckies stuck in there, locked to the coop, but you can see there's a tunnel full of chickens over there. So let's go rescue them, get that door open. Let's count how many are in there. Okay. Got some eggs in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which means there's probably about 15, 16, there should be 17 chickens out here. Let's see how many we can get out of there. I should have brought my, oh, I almost stepped on this egg here. I don't know if that's frozen or not. One hiding back here too. Let's put these away so I don't get stepped on. Hopefully you can see. 1. Come on, girls. 1. 2. Come on. Come on, Marshmallow. Hi, Blondie. 3. 4, 5. 6. Oh, that poor girl's molting. Come on, the duckies went in. Come on. 7. 8. 9. Look at your butt. Come on. 12. 13. 14. At least one out there. I should have two. I might have to go get her. I'm gonna close that and go out and get her. And then recount. Found one yesterday between the coop on the tunnel. Let's see. Got two girls in here. Just one girl. So either I'm missing one or I counted wrong. Hi, sweetie. It's just one in the tunnel. Okay, I'll put you down for a second. One chicken acquired. She's got cute little puffy cheeks. She's cute. She's cute. There she is. Yesterday I found one on this tunnel. Today, there she is. I'm glad. That was an easy. So let me grab this cute little girl, get her to bed. Okay, here's the other one. Looks a lot like the other one. They are sisters. A cute little face, cute little muff. I'll get her inside. Thank you for joining me this evening. My first time vlogging. Again, I'm Alex of Dual Acre Homestead, and thank you for watching me today.